Ready to roll. Good evening, everyone. Senior management team, counselors, I see that we have quorum, so I call this meeting of council for Tuesday, February 19th to order. Declaration of quorum. Oh, yes, I already did that, sorry. So now, if you can and able, please stand and we shall sing the national anthem led by the clerk.
Our home and native land, true patriot love, in all our sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land, glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Okay, thank you. And after viewing the agenda, does anyone have any changes? Oh, should I do this first?
Yep, start with that
Oh,
first.
sorry, I missed a piece of paper here first.
Okay.
So I have a motion put forward by Councilor Trophy, seconded by Councilor Hahn. Be it resolved that the agenda for the February 19th, 2019 regular meeting of council be adopted as, what?
And then you ask if there are any amendments to
Okay.
the agenda.
Okay, be adopted. Is there any changes to this agenda? Councilor Stewart.
Yes, through you, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to move item 11.2.3 to be considered immediately following the delegation, item 5.2.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
You need a second for that.
Good call.
You need a second. for that.
I need a seconder for that motion. Councilor Corr? Great. Anybody, any other changes? Not seeing any. I call this motion to all those in favor. Okay, and no one opposed. Thank you. Disclosure of pecuniary interest. After reading the agenda, does any counselor have any thereof? Not seeing anyone. Please note that, Madam Clerk. Presentations. So we have a presentation donation to Meridian Community Center by Tony McElvey, President of Branch 613, Talbot Trail, Royal Canadian Legion. Lisa, you coming with me? We're going up to the front.
Oh, this is for, to put towards 20 seats that the Legion has purchased for Meridian Center.
So on behalf of the town council and the residents of the town, we thank the Legion for making this donation. I don't know the protocol, should I say this or not? Fine. Yeah, okay. I don't have my glasses. $5,000. So it's a very generous offer. Thank you very much. So just one of the many great things that the Legion does for the community throughout the year. And again, thank you very much for that generous donation. Thank you. That would be my glasses. Oh, there they are. Okay, sorry. Right there. So now we have 5.21, Royal Canadian Legion Veterans Banner Project. And this will be presented by Rick Hyatt, I believe.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, members of council, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Rick Hatt from the Fonthill Legion. Thank you for taking the time to hear about the project that we're undertaking in the Brent 613. I do have supporting comrades, as you know, in tonight to ensure that I deliver promptly and on time. The Legion views itself, if I may just tell you something about the Legion to start with. The Legion views itself as a keepers of remembrance, as our members ensure that our veterans are cared for and that our nation remembers what they accomplished during their lifetime, so that future generations would enjoy their freedoms of expression and be able to make their own decisions. And members, we show our supporting and advocating for veterans by remembering their sacrifices and by continuing the tradition of service in helping communities. The Legion has 275,000 members across Canada, many of whom volunteer an extraordinary amount of time to their branches, as our strength is in our numbers. As a Legion and a branch, we're always looking for ways to honor our veterans. The town of Pelham has been a good partner for us. Roads have been named after local veterans. We have Veterans Way to honor Veterans Park. And you are a very willing participant during our Poppy campaign. Our Poppy campaign this year was the most successful ever, a total of $17,000, with many new businesses participating in the campaign. Your partnership in these endeavors is very much appreciated. We are hopeful that this partnership will continue to grow and that we can expand programs next year. One of the programs that we hope to launch this year with your help is Honor Our Veterans Banner Program. My wife and I were driving out of town just after Remembrance Day and going through Mount Forest. And we noticed on the poles, veteran banners. And it just struck us as neat and what a way to honor our veterans. We had to stop the car and take some pictures. They were double banners on each side of the poles, and they can be mounted back to back. With this in mind, I had to call the Mount Forest branch to ask questions about this project. It took the Mount Forest branch about a year to set this thing up. Meetings with town council for approval. The BIA was involved in what went on the poles at that time. In 2017, Mount Forest, each banner cost $140 to produce. Since this time, I found out that the banner project had been set up in Dorchester, Owen Sound, Whitby. In the Maritimes, they've got some places out there and some branches out west they're doing as well. They've all worked with a single company called One Promo of Hanover, Ontario. The company One Promo also affords $10 from each banner made by them to RCL Ontario Command for the Homeless Vets Program. The project will be an ongoing legacy project that will pay tribute to all Canadian and Allied veterans and active service members. The Legion membership by the honoree or the sponsor is not a requirement for participation in the program. Through the displaying of the banners, we hope to engage the community in honoring and remembering local veterans through an initiative that will ensure continued recognition and respect throughout future generations. Each banner will be in honor of a specific service person with connection to Pelham. It would include their name, area served, and branch of service, photo, and the name of the sponsor. The Honor Our Veterans program will be funded through sponsorship of individual banners. As I mentioned, the cost of the banners from One Promo is $140. The cost to sponsor a banner has not been set this time by us. We haven't got that far yet. But some money has to be put aside for repairs and replacement. It's expected that they'll last 3 to 5 years, perhaps more. Each banner is created with some durable vinyl with reinforced stitching and grommets printed in full color and double-sided. I have discussed this project with your banner experts. and have forwarded some information from them to the one promo regarding the size of the banners. Our banners, because of the size of your structure and your, for the poles, is the biggest ever. They're 28 by 90, I believe, is what the size of them are. They normally make them 24 by 50. But they have agreed to stick with the $140 price to produce this banner because they're getting all kinds of orders across Canada. Now, the town currently has 13 poles with the banner hardware, and that would mean that sponsorships could be allowed for 26 veterans. The banners, of course, have to be the same size as the structures that are currently on the lamp posts and poles. What the Fonthill Legion is asking tonight is a partnership quest. That the town of Pelham would place these banners in mid-October, start of Veterans Week, along with one across the street banner. That the town of Pelham would remove and store these banners at the time of placing the decorations for Christmas. That the town of Pelham would agree to having the application forms for sponsoring available at the town as well as the Fonthill Legion. We hope that over the years we can grow this program to include other areas of the town, and by perhaps using other service club members, partners, to help fund additional hardware requirements for this program. Mr. Mayor, councillors, that is our presentation tonight regarding the banner program and asking for a partnership in this very valuable, worthwhile endeavor. Do you have any questions? I'd be glad to answer.
Well, I'll just say another great project taken on by the Fonthill Legion, and community thanks you for taking the lead in this. Councillor Stewart.
Through you, Mr. Mayor, just a comment. I was in Dunnville. They don't have their banners up right now, but they have veterans banners up all through the summer. And the ones, I don't know who did them, but the ones they have are absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
So you might want to contact Dunnville and get a look at what they have.
Yeah, I've contacted a few of the branches now, and they're quite willing to participate and quite willing to get this thing going, because it is quite a way to honor veterans and remember.
Yeah, the ones they have are absolutely beautiful. They, you know, as you're walking down the street, you're compelled to stop and take a look at them.
Yes. Yes, thank you.
Any,
Well,
yes,
through you,
Councillor
Mr.
Ford.
Mayor, what a great idea. I know one or two businesses will be happy to help you support with the banner program, and it just, and you're right, we can't forget the people who sacrificed their lives for us, and great job to you and your organization. Wow.
I think that the sponsorships will go very nicely, and hopefully we can grow the program in years after this as well, so it's great.
So through you, Mr. Mayor, how would you get the pictures? I noticed in your presentation later on, like, do you have pictures of the?
I got pictures of everybody.
Okay.
No, we have other programs that we've had through the years, which one of them is a military recognition book, you've probably heard of, and we do that. We're doing that again this year as well, and all those pictures I still have of the veterans in that book, so those can be used as well. Of course, with the veterans' permission or the family's permission, and a sponsor, either a business or an individual family, we can do that.
I don't, through you, Mr. Mayor, I don't see any problems
No, I
getting sponsorship for this great program.
Thank you.
Any other comments? Okay. Thank you for the presentation, Mr. Hyatt. And motion put forward by Councillor Kaur, seconded by Councillor Trophy. Be it resolved that Council receive the Royal Canadian Legion Branch 613 Talbot Trail Branch information regarding the proposed Veterans Banner Project, and that Council endorse the project with a Town of Pelham commitment to install and remove the banners annually, to store the banners, and to make sponsorship applications for the banner program available at the town municipal offices. Any discussion on the motion? Okay, all those in favor? And all opposed? Great. Motion carries.
So now is the staff report on the same issue.
A motion from Councillor Wink, seconded by Councillor Hahn, that Recreation, Culture, and Wellness staff be directed to work with the Royal Canadian Legion Talbot Trail, Branch 613 Font Hill, to facilitate the Honor Our Veterans Banner program for initial installation in October 2019 and on an annual basis going forward. Any discussion on the motion? Okay, all those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Motion carries. Excellent. Adoption of minutes, next on the agenda. This is where I get my reading from. Be it a motion put forward by Councillor Hahn, seconded by Councillor Chofee. Be it resolved that the following minutes be adopted as printed, circulated, and read. 1. SC-05 2019, Special Council Minutes, February 1st, 2019. 2. SC-06 2019, February the 11th, 2019, Special Council Minutes. And number 3, C-02 2019, Council Minutes of February 4th, 2019. Any discussion after you viewed those minutes? Are they all there? Great. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Motion passes. Business arising from council minutes. There is none. Let's do this, right? No. So there's no business from council meeting. Yeah. So we go right down to number 8, request to lift consent agenda items for separate consideration. Consent agenda items to be considered in block.
So just ask if any members of council want any items.
Does any member of council have any of these consent agenda items that they would like to lift for further discussion? Not seeing any. Then we have a motion from Councillor Kaur, seconded by Councillor Chofee, that be it resolved that the following consent agenda items be received and the recommendations contained therein be approved as applicable. 9.3, staff reports of a routine nature for information or action. 9.3.1, outdoor secondhand smoke, triple majority requirement. Be it resolved that the Council for the Corporation of the Town of Pelham hereby consents to the passage of bylaw number 2019-07, passed by the Regional Municipality of Niagara, being a bylaw to amend bylaw number 112-2013 to protect children and vulnerable persons from exposure to outdoor secondhand smoke. 9.4, action correspondence of a routine nature. 9.5, information correspondence items. 9.51, local municipal responses to waste management review. Be it resolved that council receive correspondence from the town of Fort Erie dated February 12th, 2019 regarding waste collection services. 9.7, committee minutes for information. 9.71, Summerfest Committee, September 11th, 2018 minutes. Be it resolved that council receive the Summerfest Committee minutes dated September the 11th, 2018 for information. Any discussion on the motion? Seeing none, I call the motion to vote. All those in favor? And all those opposed. Motion passes. A motion put forward by Councillor Hildebrand, seconded by Councillor Wink. Be it resolved that council receive and approve the MECP annual report, and that council receive the attached municipal summary report for information, and that the MECP annual report be posted to the town website before February 28th, 2019. Any comments on this report? Seeing none, I call it for the vote. All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion carried. Oh, where are we so moving right along here, guys. Right there. There we go. So 11.2.2, Region of Niagara 2021 Waste Collection Contract. Proposed changes in Pelham Enhanced Connection Services. Motion put forward by Councillor Wink, seconded by Councillor Hildebrand, that the Council of the Town of Pelham approve the report regarding the Region of Niagara 2021 Waste Collection Contract, proposed changes in the Town of Pelham's Enhanced Collection Services, and further, be it resolved that Council approve of recommendations 1 through 9 as follows. That every other week garbage collection be implemented for all residential properties and for those industrial, commercial, and institutional properties and mixed-use properties located outside designated business areas as a base service. Current garbage container limits would double for all properties on an every other week basis. The recycling and organic bin collection for all properties shall remain weekly collection. Those industrial, commercial, and institutional properties and mixed-use properties located inside the designated business areas would continue to receive weekly garbage, recycling, and organics collection as a base service. The Town of Pelham designated business area boundary will be reviewed and potentially expanded to include Fenwick and Ridgeville. That switching to clear garbage bags be approved. That the establishment of a 4-item limit per residential unit per collection for the large item collection at low-density residential properties be approved as a base service. That the appliance and scrap metal pickup be discontinued at low-density residential properties. That the number of garbage bags/containers for industrial, commercial, and institutional properties and mixed-use properties inside designated business areas be reduced from 7 to 4 per week as a base service. That the number of garbage bags, containers for mixed-use properties outside designated business areas be reduced from 6 to 4 per week, or 8 containers per week under every other week garbage collection as a base service. That the Town of Pelham's enhanced service and extra payment for public spaces recycling in designated business areas, front-end garbage collection at multi-residential and institutional, commercial and industrial properties, servicing of street litter bins in designated business areas, and enhanced waste disposal services continue. That pricing of a new enhanced service for large bulky goods/item collection, parallel to the service approved for low-density residential properties, to those households in multi-residential buildings with 7 or more residential units in mixed-use properties with 1 or more residential unit, that receive the region's base curbside or enhanced front-end garbage collection service be included in the upcoming regional tender. 9, that the region's RFP consider a per-stop price for in-ground public space recycling and litter bins and/or for in-ground IC and MR and or MU properties, sorry about that, all streams, as an enhanced service under provisional items. And further, that council direct the clerk to inform the region of the town of Pelham's position on the proposed waste collection service changes. Any debate on this motion? Yes, Councillor Hahn.
So through you, Mr. Mayor, maybe the staff can make comment or whatever. I've noticed this has been a contentious issue in a number of municipalities in the region, and one of the concerns that people had was with moving from once a week collection to twice a week collection. A lot of municipalities have problems with rats and other animals getting into garbage and whatever. Do we have any issue in town with respect to rats at this point? Like, I haven't heard of anything here, but I know it's an issue in a lot of municipalities.
Director of Public Works, any complaints?
Yes, through you, Mr. Mayor. I'm not aware of any complaints of rats infestation or rodents, so at this point in time, I can't comment anymore on the fact that I haven't received any complaints to date.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Hahn?
No, I was.
Oh, you're done with? Okay, well, if I can just say a few things. Today at Public Works in the Niagara region, we were discussing many things about the contract. Number one, I think Pelham has pretty timely collection services, but it seems like St. Catharines, Fort Erie, there's a lot of times there where what should be picked up on a Monday has to be put off to a Tuesday. So we're a little concerned with the company that has the contract now. The thing is, first of all, in order to go to a different supplier or a different giver of the service, they need 70 garbage trucks. So you can't just tell this guy, sorry, we don't like your service, we're going to go to this guy, because you can't find someone right off the bat who is big enough to do the region's job. So one thing that we are doing is we're taking some routes, I believe in West Lincoln and Lincoln, we're taking them from the supplier we have with their permission, and we brought in a person that's doing Hamilton, and they are taking over some routes, hoping to lessen the burden on this company that has the collection contract. I had a lot of emails about the clear bags. The clear bags, of course, if you have garbage that you don't want your neighbors to know what that is, you can, we discussed this before, you can put them in a white bag that you'd get from a grocery store and put that inside the clear bag. So that is one reason we're hoping people will adapt this. And the reason we're going to clear bags is because the tests have shown that with clear bags, recycling goes up anywhere from 6 to 16%. So anytime you can recycle and make the landfills last a little bit longer, it obviously is a good way to go. Other than that, yes. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Councilor Court.
Do we have a game plan of if there's a large refrigerator or oven or something that large, how long are we going to allow it to sit at the curb? Are we going to have someone come pick it up? Because in this new contract, it is it is not being picked up by Niagara Regional.
Right, so what the region is doing is, and the reason they dropped that program is because somebody would phone it in the night before, and by the time the region supplier got there, 9 times out of 10 it was gone anyway, because the scrappers ended up getting it. So the same program now, if someone has, again, a metal, whether it be fridge, stove, dryer, phone the region, and they will give that person the number of someone who will come and pick it up. So it will be, it'll still be looked after by someone, but it just won't be by the waste collector.
Thank you.
Yep. That's it. Okay. Oh, so, yeah, so we, all those in favor of this motion? Okay, great. Any against? Thank you. Motion carried. Find my pen. Just read this. Okay, motion put forward by Councillor Wink, seconded by Councillor Trophy. Be it resolved that the Council of the Town of Pelham, having given due consideration to the following bylaws, do now read a first, second, and third time, and do pass same, and that the mayor and clerk be and are hereby authorized to sign and seal the bylaws. 1, 4074, 2019, being a bylaw to amend zoning bylaw 1136, 1987, as amended for lands located south of Acacia Road and west of Rice Road, legally described as Part 13, Plan 59R-16039 in the town of Pelham, from the R2-266H zone to the RM1-269H zone, and from the RM1-269H zone to the R2-266H zone. Town of Pelham, file number AM-13-18. And second, 4075, 2019, being a bylaw to dictate certain lands as part of the public highway, Canberra Road, the lands being described as Part Lot 3, Concession 8, Pelham, and being Parts 1 and 3 on Plan 59R-15924. Oh, that's it. Sorry, I was expecting more. Any discussion on these bylaws? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
So just question, the parcel on Canberra Road, where exactly is that located? We're given a legal description, but we don't even know where that
I'll go to the Director of Planning.
Mr. Mayor, through you, this was as a result of a condition of consent approval at 190 Canberra Road. And one of the conditions was that they dedicate some land across the frontage for road widening purposes along Canberra Road, which they did. And in order to make now that strip of land part of the road, we have to pass a bylaw declaring it road allowance.
So where is 190 located?
It's
Just down across from Pender's greenhouses. Used to be Pender's cucumbers.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay. All those in favor? Okay. Any opposed? Motion carries. Oh, are we done? No. Oh, this
So
one.
now we're gonna recess the
Oh,
closed session.
okay. Oh, but we do this at the end. That's right.
You're gonna recess the council
Oh, yeah,
meeting
I see. Yes,
so that
yes.
you do the closed session later.
Yeah, okay, excellent, thank you. Motion put forward by Councillor Hildebrand, seconded by Councillor Wink. Be it resolved that council recess the in-camera portion of the meeting and reconvene immediately following the committee meeting scheduled for this evening. So we're going to move the in-camera to the end of the evening. Yeah. All those in favor? All those opposed? Thanks. Motion carries.
This meeting will be in recess. Okay, you can gavel, and this meeting will be in
Oh.
recess.
So this meeting will be recessed for 5 minutes.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yep, 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 yep.